Some people see a huddle in the locker room. We see a second classroom. Some see a student athlete on the court. We see a future leader in the community. You see, high school sports in Indiana are special. That's because they're about learning and growing, not just winning and losing. Fans, I'm Commissioner Paul Neidig. Support education-based athletics in Indiana by buying a ticket to your high school's next athletic event.
At Wilson Farm Market, we know it's not only what you eat, but where it comes from that matters. Granddad Bill knew that too, and selling fresh eggs back in 1968 turned into Central Indiana's favorite farm-to-table market today. We don't only grow our food, we make a whole bunch of amazing treats and meals fresh in the store every single day. Come see us once. you'll be a fan forever. Wilson Farm Market. Everything about us is better than anything you'll find in a big box store.
Located in central Indiana, Bragg Insurance Agency is a family-owned business. Getting to know our clients is a top priority at Bragg Insurance Agency. With this in mind, our focus is on relationships. This helps us to know and understand our clients' unique insurance needs. Bragg Insurance Agency represents a carefully selected group of reputable insurance companies. Therefore, we are able to offer you the best coverage at the most competitive price. As independent agents, we do not work for an insurance company. We work for you.
Additional sponsors for tonight's game include More Etc., The Farmers Bank, Legacy Images, Handmade on Main, Sheridan Main Street First Friday, and Biddle Poland's. Bragg Sports Media would like to thank all of our partners for their continued support. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Sheridan High School Larry Hobbs Memorial Hall for tonight's IHSAA girls basketball matchup between the Speedway Sparkplugs and the Sheridan Blackhawks. Blackhawks come in 8-8, Sparkplugs 7-7. Should be a good one here tonight. Both teams average in the 40s per game. Blackhawks averaging about 45.5 points per game. Speedway 43, so should be a close one here tonight. We'll bring you all the action. Thank you for joining us on this Thursday night. Kinsey Garner taking the tip for the Hawks. Just missed it, so Speedway will start the game with possession. A shot up, no good. Tight defense played by the Hawks, but Speedway gathers their own rebound. Pass down on the low block, shot up, and that one goes in. So the Sparkplugs strike first. Garner thrown long just over the head of Jacqueline Bates. That'll be the first turnover of the game on the Blackhawks' first possession. Once again, both these teams very equal on the stats sheet. According to the numbers, this one should be a really good one. Drive, shot up, no good off the side of the backboard, gathered up by Cheney Smith. Now Jacqueline Bates with it. Gets it to Wable. Wable cross court to Garner, now to the top. Back out to Wable. The long three is up. The long three off the backside, no good. To the corner, three-pointer is up, long by the Sparkplugs, but gather their offensive rebound. Shot no good there, and last touched by the Sparkplugs. Speedway and Sheridan in the last 20 years only played 5 times. The last meeting last year, Speedway came away 57-44. Stop and pop by Garner is long. The Blackhawks with 2 good looks, but neither one fallen. The ball will stay Speedway's after Garner tips it out of bounds. Speedway inbounds. Trying to penetrate the tight defense of the Blackhawks. Trying to get the back door move. That ball tipped away by Wable, but it'll stay Speedway ball.
And for the Hawks, number 5, Nova Cross.
Nova Cross checks in, and Ashley Wable will check out. Speedway trying to get it inside once again. That one's going to be last touched by Garner. Blackhawks doing everything they can to limit Genesis Austin. She's got the size advantage. That ball tipped, but gathered up by the Sparkplugs. Speedway trying to get it inside. And Garner leaned a little bit too hard. She's going to get her first foul.
Fouls on the Hawks, number 12, Kenzie Garner, her first, team's first.
So once again, Speedway getting it inbound right on the block, but not able to do anything with it. Brought it back outside. Trying to get it inside, and they do. Shot up and in.
Daniela Galvez for 2.
Blackhawks got to find the bucket, and that one just thrown away by Garner.
And for the Hawks, number 20, Shelby Eaton.
Eaton going to check in for Garner. The Blackhawks off to a rough start so far. Just shy of 3 minutes gone by in the first quarter. Delisle has that one poked free, but gathers it back up. Stop and pop in the lane. Shot off to the right side. Rebounded by Nova Cross. Cross gets it up to Chesney. Chesney just going to bring it back up top. Bates trying to get it to Smith. Smith gathers it up. Now Chesney again. Eaton up top now. Bates. Blackhawks just working around the arc. Get it into Smith. Bates down to Cross. Trying to get it inside to Smith. That ball's just thrown away, taken away by the Sparkplugs. He's going to try to take it coast to coast. Shot up and in.
Galvez for 2.
And that's Galvez. Blackhawks offensively off to a rough start. Chesney. Now Smith. To Eaton, back out to Chesney. She's going to stop, take the 2-pointer, and up and in.
Chesney for 2.
Once again, Speedway working it, trying to get inside, but that ball's taken away by Chaney Smith. Bates to Cross. Baseline out to Chesney. The long 2 is in. So Lily Chesney with 4 points quickly, and the Blackhawks back within 2. Delisle again fighting over that ball. He's going to call a jump ball. That'll be Blackhawk ball. It's a nice job by Chaney Smith to force the issue.
In for the Hawks, Kenzie Garner.
Wable and Garner will check back in as Lily Chesney and Jacqueline Bates will check out. Screen set by Eaton. Garner over to Wable. All alone, 3-pointer up, off, rebounded by Smith, though. Shot immediately put back up. That one no good either. Still a 2-point game, under 3 to play in the first. Able to get it down low. That shot no good, though. Garner leaves it off to Smith. Garner just going to drive, attack the basket herself, up and in. Blackhawks all tied at 6 on a 6-0 run. Delisle trying to get it inside. Sparkplugs desperately want to get it inside. Galvez with it now. Back outside. And that's going to be an offensive foul. Going to go against Delisle. It'll be her first.
Fouls on Speedway. 32, Alex Delisle. Her first, team's first. In for Speedway, number 3, Audrey.
Chesney going to check in, and
Hawks, Lily Chesney.
Cheney Smith going to check out. Blackhawks and Coach Bradshaw doing a little bit more rotation than we have seen in the past, trying to keep all the ladies as fresh as possible. Garner. Cross-court pass to Wabel. Wabel is able to gather it up. Back over to Garner. Garner down low to Nova Cross, shot up and in. And the Blackhawks on an 8-0 run. Delisle eventually gathers up her dribble. Speedway a little frantic now after starting off really calm. Blackhawks forcing some errors.
Timeout, Speedway.
And Speedway uses their first timeout of the night. With 1:09 left to play in the first, Blackhawks lead 8-6. You're watching Blackhawk Basketball, Bragg Sports Media. To play in the first. Blackhawks on top, 8-6 on an 8-0 run right now. Trailed. Speedway got out to a 6-0 lead. And the Blackhawks finally figured out how to get their offense going. And now their defense is hungry as well. Delisle's three-pointer is up and in.
Alex Delisle for 3.
Speedway takes the lead back. Garner cross, baseline down to Chesney. Chesney down low. She's going to have to do something with it. Gets it back out to Wabel. Wabel trying to get it to Garner. Garner eventually gathers it up. 45 seconds left. Screen set by Eaton. Wabel going to go in the lane, leaves it off to Chesney. That shot blocked, but it's going to be last touched by the Sparkplugs.
Back in for Speedway, Danielle Galvez and Chloe Ellen.
Some changes for Speedway. Blackhawks 32 seconds left. Out top to Garner. Catch and release is short on that three. Speedway off to the races down on their own end now. It's going to calm down and run the offense now. Dribble baseline, cross-court pass. Back up top. She's going to dribble drive right at the bucket, up and in.
Galvez for 2.
Lead back out to 3 for Speedway now. Garner going to launch a long 3 at the buzzer, and she gets it. So the Blackhawks and Sparkplugs all tied at 11 at the end of 1. Watching Blackhawk basketball, Bragg Sports Media.
Wilson Farm Market. We know it's not only what you eat, but where it comes from that matters. Granddad Bill knew that too, and selling fresh eggs back in 1968 turned into Central Indiana's favorite farm-to-table market today. We don't only grow our food, we make a whole bunch of amazing treats and meals fresh in the store every single day. Come see us once. You'll be a fan forever. Wilson Farm Market. Everything about us is better than anything you'll find in a big box store.
Welcome back to Larry Hobbs Memorial Hall for the start of the second quarter. Well, I said at the top, both these teams very equal. And after one, all tied at 11. Kinsey Garner with 5 in that opening quarter. Lily Chesney with 4, Nova Cross the other bucket. Very clean game, fouls considering. Only one foul for each team called in that first half, or that first quarter. And the Blackhawk defense forces that turnover. Bates, cross court to Smith. Smith into the lane, shot up and off. But they're going to get a foul call.
Fouls on Speedway, 24. Haley Plant her first, team second. In for Speedway.
Speedway making wholesale changes, 3 different players subbing out. Currently on the floor for the Blackhawks, Smith, Bates, Chesney, Garner, and Wable. A lot of rotation for the Hawks in that opening quarter. Especially when they went on that 8-0 run. Garner down to Smith. Smith under the basket. She's going to go to the line, shoot 2. There's a hard collision on her ankle.
Fouls on Speedway, 14. Genesis.
But she seems no worse for wear. Foul going to be given to number 14, Austin of Speedway. That'll be their 3rd team foul after only having 1 throughout that entire first. Smith's first free throw is no good. And she makes good on the second one. That ball tipped. Again, tight defense played by the Blackhawks right at the half line. Back up top, the three-pointer is up, no good. Rebounded by Garner, and she's off to the races. She's got to help. She's going to take it herself, shot up and in.
Kinsey Garner for 2.
Tight defense, and it's going to result in a foul called against Jacqueline Bates. That's going to put Alette at the line for Speedway.
24, Jack Bates, her first, team second.
Alette's first free throw, no good. Second free throw up and good that time. Blackhawks 2-point lead. Chesney gonna get trapped, and she stepped on the line. So over and back. Speedway forced that mental error. Ellett down in the corner, trying to get outside. Back up top, all the way over to Delisle. She's going to go baseline. Speedway shot up and off. Rebound gathered up by Garner. She had an open shot right in front of the basket, just not able to get it to fall. Blackhawks with possession, 2-point lead. That ball just given away by Ashley Wable, though. Galvez with it, jumper up and long, rebounded by Jacqueline Bates. Garner with it, over to Smith. And try getting it back to Garner. That ball just thrown away. And that's a foul called on Garner.
Fouls on the Hawks. Number 12, Kinsey Garner, her second, team's third.
To put number 31, Miley Walton, at the free throw line for the Sparkplugs. Off on that one.
In for the Hawks, Nova, Cross, and Shelby. Eaton.
Chesney and Garner going to check out. Eaton and Cross check back in. And they make good on the second one. 1 point game. Bates, Wable, Eaton. And that ball, once again, the Blackhawks' weak passes, just throwing these away. That shot up, no good, but gathered up by Delisle and put right back up.
Alex Delisle for 2, timeout, Sheridan.
Blackhawks lead, or sorry, trail by 1.
Wilson Farm Market. We know it's not only what you eat, but where it comes from that matters. Granddad Bill knew that too, and selling fresh eggs back in 1968 turned into Central Indiana's favorite farm-to-table market today. We don't only grow our food, we make a whole bunch of amazing treats and meals fresh in the store every single day. Come see us once. You'll be a fan forever. Wilson Farm Market. Everything about us is better than anything you'll find in a big box store.
Welcome back to Sheridan High School. 5:24 left to play in the first half. Blackhawks trail by 1. Very back and forth games so far. And 2 equally matched teams. Blackhawks came in 8-8. Sparkplugs 7-7. And that ball knocked free out of Cross's hands. Now Wable. Eaton, the shot up, no good off the front side, gathered up by Bates. And she double dribbled. Speedway defensively has done a good job rebounding in the second quarter, causing some mental mistakes from the Hawks. That ball tipped by Cross, gathered up by Bates. They got 3-on-1. Eaton now, shot up, no good. Ball still on the ground. They're going to say last touched by Speedway. A way to stay after it, Jacqueline Bates. Thrown long to Bates. Now Wable. To the corner to Smith. Blackhawks just moving the ball around the arc. Eaton trying to get it over to Cross. That ball taken away. Long 2, shot up, no good. Going to be gathered up by Bates. Quarterbacks throw up to Eaton. Now Wable. Halfway through the second quarter. Bates, the long 2, is in there.
Jack Bates for 2.
Blackhawks retake the lead 16-15. Halfway through the second quarter, shot up by Delisle, and it's good.
Alex Delisle for 2.
Cross going to get trapped, trying to get it under the basket, and does to Eaton. That shot up, no good. Eaton struggling, and then she's going to get called for her first foul.
Fouls on Hawks, number 20, Shelby Eaton, her first, team's 4th.
Chesney going to check in for Wable.
In for Speedway, Audrey Burrow. In for the Hawks, Kinsey Garner.
And Garner going to check back in, and Shelby Eaton going to take a seat real quick. And that ball just going to bounce right off Speedway and go out of bounds. Blackhawk will take possession now. Ball thrown into Smith. Speedway wasn't even aware that they were playing yet. But no good on the 3. Still a 1-point lead for Speedway. Trying to get under the basket, shot up and in.
Alex Delisle for 2.
Long throw to Cross. Cross gathers it up, back. Smith shot up and in.
Smith for 2.
Delisle stop and pop in the lane, no good. Rebounded by, rebounded by Smith. Delisle gets her own rebound 3 times and eventually gets that ball to fall. 3-point game, 2:45 left in the half. That ball just thrown away. Blackhawks pass is a little weak in this second quarter. Speedway going to use a timeout, 2:34 to play in the first half. They lead by 5. You're watching Blackhawk basketball, Bragg Sports Media. Closed captioning for tonight's game brought to you by More Etc. More Etc. has been doing screen printing and embroidery for the Sheridan community since 1996. Call Sarah Moore for your Sheridan spirit wear or business apparel. Once again, that's More Etc. and Sarah Moore. Thank you for presenting all closed captioning for Bragg Sporting Events. 2:34 to play in the first half. Blackhawks trail by 5. On a few straight possessions of carelessness. Speedway's come out in this second quarter playing tight defense, and the Blackhawks have thrown the ball away several times. Wable gathers that one up. Speedway back in a man defensive strategy. Chesney gonna stop, gets that to Garner now. Garner crossover, going to attack the basket, shot up and in.
Garner for 2.
1-point game, 2 minutes left in the first half. I'm sorry, 3-point game. Trying to get it down on the low block to Delisle. That shot up and no good. Gathered up by Wable. Garner thought about the 3, going to go back to Wable. Wable, the open 3 is up, short. Rebound almost by Smith, but it's going to be last touched by the Blackhawks. Ashley Wable yet to hit a bucket tonight. Normally pretty consistent from behind the arc. And they're going to say Speedway stepped over the line on the inbound. Minute 39 in the first half. Blackhawks trail by 3 in that ball. Thrown long, but not touched by anybody, so the Blackhawks are fine. 90 seconds left in this opening half. Thrown to Wable. Back up top to Garner. Garner going to send up a 3. Just a little long off the backside. Now Speedway attacking the basket, shot up and in.
Daniela Galvez for 2.
Garner taking it herself on the baseline. She's going to get a hip check call, though.
Fouls on Speedway, number 3, Audrey, her first, team's 4th.
4 fouls apiece. Only 1:05 left in this first half. That ball thrown long and thrown away by the Hawks, taken away. No good on the layup, though, and that'll be Speedway ball.
In for the Hawks, Jack
Bates going to check in, and Garner going to take a seat for the final minute of the half. Speedway once again trying to get it inside. Delisle defended by Bates. That ball stolen away by Smith. Wable. The cross. Down low to Chesney. Trying to get a shot up, and that ball touched by Speedway. Inbounded to Bates. Cross court to Wable. Wable with it. Under 30 to play in the first half. Screen set. Now Bates. Cross court to the corner. Nova. Cross over to Chesney. Middle of the lane. That shot going to be blocked. Under 10 to play in the first half. That shot up. No good. Rebounded by Cross. She's going to try to launch it, just not going to get there, and that'll be it for the first half. Blackhawks trail 25-20. At the end of the first half, scoring for the Hawks, Garner with 9, Chesney with 4, Chaney Smith with 3, and then Cross and Bates with a bucket apiece. Only 4 fouls called in that first half against the Hawks. Garner with 2 of them, Eaton and Bates each with 1. We will come back before the start of the third quarter. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Blackhawk basketball, Bragg Sports Media.
Some people see a huddle in the locker room. We see a second classroom. Some see a student athlete on the court. We see a future leader in the community. You see, high school sports in Indiana are special. That's because they're about learning and growing, not just winning and losing. Fans, I'm Commissioner Paul Neidig. Support education-based athletics in Indiana by buying a ticket to your high school's next athletic event.
At Wilson Farm Market, we know it's not only what you eat, but where it comes from that matters. Granddad Bill knew that too, and selling fresh eggs back in 1968 turned into Central Indiana's favorite farm-to-table market today. We don't only grow our food, we make a whole bunch of amazing treats and meals fresh in the store every single day. Come see us once. You'll be a fan forever. Wilson Farm Market. Everything about us is better than anything you'll find in a big box store.
Located in Central Indiana, Bragg Insurance Agency is a family-owned business. Getting to know our clients is a top priority at Bragg Insurance Agency. With this in mind, our focus is on relationships. This helps us to know and understand our clients' unique insurance needs. Bragg Insurance Agency represents a carefully selected group of reputable insurance companies. Therefore, we are able to offer you the best coverage at the most competitive price. As independent agents, we do not work for an insurance company. We work for you.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports, here's Coach Bob Lovell with Commissioner Paul Neidig.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Bob Lovell, and this is our weekly conversation with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. And Commissioner, thanks for taking time to be with us. And we're in January, and we have tournament basketball coming up. Not very long from now. Is that possible?
It is possible, Coach, and it's just kind of like as they say, it's just like Christmas. It comes around once a year, and it's here again. We're ready to go.
Well, we're ready to go because a week from Sunday, Greg Rakestraw and I will be hosting the pairing show on the IHSAA Champions Network, live from the IHSAA headquarters. And I know we're both excited about it. And I know you guys are proud of doing something that few, if any, other state associations do, and that is televise live the pairings for their particular tournaments around the state.
And we do, Coach, and we hire excellent talent to run that show with yourself and Greg, but it really is the beginning of the second season. While, teams have been preparing all year long, but that day that draw comes out. Teams are gathered. They've got their wings and their pizza, and they're gathered with their teammates, and they're just looking for that draw. And then the planning begins on Monday about who they're going to play and putting their best foot forward. Their coaches are going to game plan, and it really is the start of a memorable experience for our kids.
You think back to your days at North Posey, my days at Plainfield, it was televised around the state, depending on where you lived. You may or may not have gotten a chance to see it, or you'd listen to the radio broadcast. And we've come, obviously, a long way as a society technologically, but now each one of the IHSAA sports has its own standalone pairing show, which I think is incredible.
It does. We do our own thing here, and it's part of that is technology. We've got a studio here at the office now, and the studio is it really rivals not many others, and we're able to do a professional product. And we have people that are truly knowledgeable about the game that come and break the brackets down, and that's anything from wrestling to basketball, boys and girls, to you name it. We're going to have a pairing show across the year. Obviously, we recently did football, and it really is a quality product, and we continue to strive to make it better. And I'm excited about the girls' show coming up here in 2 weeks. We've got 9 undefeated teams left in the state in the girls' basketball side, Coach. 9 this late in the season, so it's going to be one whale of a tournament.
Yeah, I can't underscore that enough, because girls' basketball in our state gets better and better and better, gets more balanced. And as you're talking about, 9 undefeated teams, and I'm sure one of the things Greg and I will focus on the broadcast a week from Sunday is that how wide open these things really are. Now, obviously, South Bend, Washington repeats. They seem to be in strong position. But I will tell you what, this will be a fantastic tournament coming up.
Oh, it will be. It will be. And it goes from one end of the state to the other. Zionsville right here in the Indianapolis market on the girls' side they're undefeated still, and I'm sure that's going to be a highly anticipated matchup as if those two teams advance. Right. The plans work out as they want them to. But yeah, it's girls' basketball is basketball, and we don't differentiate here at the office. It's all important, and it's all Indiana basketball, and it's a strong brand with quality coaches and great players.
He's the commissioner of the IHSAA. It's Paul Neidig, all things related to the IHSAA. Paul, I appreciate your time. I look forward to our conversation next week. Don't forget, everyone, 22nd of this month, the girls' pairing show on the IHSAA Champions Network, 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock. Thanks so much for joining us. Have a great week, Commissioner.
Thanks, Coach. You have a great one also.
Thanks for listening to The Commissioner's Corner with IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig and Coach Bob Lovell. And thank you for your continued support of the high schools in your community.
At Wilson Farm Market, we know it's not only what you eat, but where it comes from that matters. Granddad Bill knew that too, and selling fresh eggs back in 1968 turned into Central Indiana's favorite farm-to-table market today. We don't only grow our food, we make a whole bunch of amazing treats and meals fresh in the store every single day. Come see us once. You'll be a fan forever. Wilson Farm Market. Everything about us is better than anything you'll find in a big box store.
Additional sponsors for tonight's game include More Etc., The Farmers Bank, Legacy Images, Handmade on Main, Sheridan Main Street First Friday, and Biddle Poland's. Bragg Sports Media would like to thank all of our partners for their continued support. Welcome back for the start of the third quarter. Blackhawks trail at the half by 5, 25-20. All squared 11 after 1, but the Blackhawks being outscored in that second quarter 14-9. Speedway came out in a much different defense than they were in the first quarter, frustrating the Blackhawks for much of that second quarter. Blackhawks' story that first half is unforced turnovers. A lot of balls just thrown away. The Blackhawks want to limit that, obviously, as they get set for the third quarter here. Both teams came in very equal as far as scoring is concerned. Kenzie Garner with 2 fouls in that first half. So she was on the bench for a little bit more time than normal. Bates inbounds to get the second half underway. Wable to Smith, working around to Chesney. Chesney trying to get it down low to Garner. Bates, Wable, back up top to Smith. Down low to Garner, shot up, and no good, but she's going to go to the line and shoot 2.
Fouls on Speedway 14, Genesis Austin, her second, team's first.
Blackhawks going to, at least in that first possession, appear that they're going to try to use the size of Garner in this second half. Garner's first free throw is good. And the second free throw is in there as well. The Blackhawks start the second half with 2 made free throws by Kenzie Garner. Now Speedway sprinting the other way. That ball tipped by Garner. It'll stay, I believe, yep, it will stay Speedway ball. Inbounded to Delisle. Her heel hit the line, so turnover, Blackhawk ball. Wable to Garner, and she just sails it over the head of Chesney. Delisle brings it across the half line, defended by Smith. Smith gets her hand on it, poked away, gathered up by Wable. Garner to Smith, the long 2 is up and in. That's Cheney Smith's sweet spot. That ball poked free by Wable from behind, but Delisle right there to gather it up. Blackhawks back within 1. Speedway working it around the outside. Nice spin move. Shot up and in. They're calling
Austin for 2. Fouls on Hawks.
They're going to get Bates with a foul.
Bates.
So it'll stay Speedway ball after that made bucket.
In for the Hawks.
Frost going to come in and Bates going to take a seat. Speedway gets it into Delisle. The shot up off, but gathered back up. Spun right into Garner. Nice job by the sophomore to jump out there on defense. And up and in. They're going to get Garner. I think she might have smacked her hand. So the lead back out to 5. With a made bucket, they can tie their biggest lead of the game. And that one off, rebounded by Chesney. So the lead stands at 5. Cross back up top to Garner. Steps behind the 3, shot up and in. Wable takes that inbound away, though. That ball tipped. Going to stay Blackhawk ball.
Back in for the Hawks, Jack Bates.
Jacqueline Bates going to check back in, and Kinsey Garner going to take break. Once again, Coach Bradshaw rotating the players a lot more than we've seen so far this season. Trying to keep the fresh legs in there. Bates gets it over to Wable. Left out to Bates now. Smith goes to the floor. Just got a little tangled up. Cross with it. Down to Bates. She's going to try to go baseline. Cross court pass to Smith. She attacks the basket. Shot up, but she's going to go to the line to shoot 2. And Shani Smith with a chance to bring this game back to level.
Second team, second.
And she makes good on the first one. And Smith is perfect at the line that time. Blackhawks back to all level with Speedway, 29 apiece. Delisle just going to take it herself. And that ball going to be last tipped by Bates. So nice job by Jacqueline Bates to get over there and force that out of bounds. Trying to get it in bounds and do under the basket. They're going to say got all ball. Shot back up, though, up in and out. Put back up and in. Austin gathered up that rebound, put it right back up and in. Back out to 2. Smith over to Bates. Bates cross court to Chesney. Back out to Wable. Blackhawk quick ball movement. Cross going to get thrown out of bounds. They're going to say last touched by Speedway. Cross into Bates, and she gets mauled. Foul's going to be given to Alette.
Fouls on Speedway number 10, Chloe Ellett, her first, team's third.
I apologize. I believe her name's pronounced Ellett. I'll get that right from now on. Inbounded to Wable. Wable going to launch the 3 from the corner, and it's in there. The Blackhawks retake the lead, 32-31. Tight defense, ball stolen away by Smith, thrown long. Bates got up and got it. Now Wable to the corner. Chesney shot up, little long. Rebound gathered up by Wable, though. Cross, 2-point up and in. And it's going to go back to the line. Try to get an and one situation.
Clamp for 2. Fouls on Nova Cross, her first, team's third.
That was going to be given to Nova Cross. It'll be her first. Now clamp it. Hard off the backboard, no good on that one. Blackhawks keep the 1-point lead. Halfway through the third. Smith. Cross court to Wable. Wable going to take that every time, and it's long. Well, I thought she saved it, but either way, it'll be Speedway ball. Chesney will check out, and Garner checks back in. Speedway trying to speed things up. That ball poked free, but gathered back by the Spark Plugs. Nice spin move, shot up in front of the basket. No good. Garner going to gather up that rebound. She's going to take it herself right at the basket, up and in. Garner up to 16 now. Came in averaging about 17 and a half on the season. That ball tipped by Cross. Nice defense by Nova Cross. Chesney going to check back in. And Cheney Smith going to take a seat. 3:23 to play in the third. Inbound to Delisle, shot up immediately, no good. Rebounded, eventually gathered up by Bates. Bates over to Garner. She's unguarded. Three-pointer is up. Three-pointer is good. The Blackhawks out to a 6-point lead all of a sudden. Garner's arm straight up. That no good shot. And she got the rebound, but it was taken away after she brought it back down and put in.
Galvez for 2.
Galvez just stripped it right away from Garner. That ball tipped, and Delisle takes it away. And she's going to go to the line to shoot, too, after a foul given to Chesney.
Fouls on Hawks. Number 3, Lily Chesney, her first, team's 4th.
Delisle's first free throw is up and in and out.
Athlete for Speedway, Audrey Pearl.
Delisle's second free throw is up and in.
Timeout, Speedway.
Speedway going to use another timeout. 2:32 to play in the third. Blackhawks lead by 3. You're watching Blackhawk basketball, Bragg Sports Media.
Wilson Farm Market. We know it's not only what you eat, but where it comes from that matters. Granddad Bill knew that too, and selling fresh eggs back in 1968 turned into Central Indiana's favorite farm-to-table market today. We don't only grow our food, we make a whole bunch of amazing treats and meals fresh in the store every single day. Come see us once. You'll be a fan forever. Wilson Farm Market. Everything about us is better than anything you'll find in a big box store.
Welcome back to Sheridan High School. The Blackhawks on top by 3, 39-36. With 2:32 to play in the third, the Blackhawks have outscored the Speedway Sparkplugs 19-11 so far in this quarter. And that's the difference here. Blackhawks trailed by 5 to start the third. Both teams have come alive offensively in this third quarter. Pass down low to Cross, shot up, no good though. That's going to be last touched by the Sparkplugs. Good vision by Garner to get Cross the ball down low, just not able to make that shot. Wable gets the inbound immediately, releases it, but Cross brings it back down. Now Garner. Wable, Bates, cross-court pass to Garner. He's going to take it baseline. They're going to say her foot touched the outline. Blackhawks lead by 3, under 2 to play in the third. That ball stolen away by Wable, but taken back. Now Chesney with it. Passing down to Bates. Bates shot up and in. She's going to go to the line.
Jack Bates for 2.
So Jacqueline Bates got a shot to give the Blackhawks a 6-point lead. And her free throw goes in and out. Blackhawks lead by 5, minute 45 left in the third. Chesney defending Delisle. Speedway going quick. Cross court to the corner. Back up top to Delisle. Tight defense played by the Blackhawks. Garner pokes it away, but gathered up by Speedway. Now shot under the basket, no good, but she's going to go to the line once again. As Cross going to be given her second.
Fouls on Hawks, number 5, Nova Cross.
The shoot's going to be Haley Clampett, number 24 for the Spark Plugs. Clampett's free throw is no good.
And for Speedway, Ella and Daniela Galvez.
Clampett's second free throw is up, off again, and last touched by, I'm not sure how last touched by the Blackhawks, but it was last touched by the Hawks. Chesney got run over there. Smith going to check in, and Garner going to take a break. Five-point game, minute 8 left in the third. Inbound to Delisle. Her three-pointer is up. Three-pointer no good. Just tipped back out by Chesney, though, and the Speedway gathers it up again. That ball poked free by Wabel beautifully. She's going to take it all the way herself. And that ball falls in there. Blackhawks lead is out to 7. Trailed by 5 to start the third. Delisle, the three-pointer is going to be short. Rebound gathered up by Speedway, though. In the lane, back out. The three-pointer is short once again. And they're going to say she stepped out of bounds before saving that rebound. So it'll be Blackhawk ball, 21 and a half seconds left. Garner going to check back in for Smith.
In for Speedway, Macy Delisle.
Wabel just going to slowly bring it up. 15 seconds left in the third quarter. Garner gets in the lane, trying to get it down to Cross down low, and they're going to say last touched by Speedway. 6 seconds left in the third. Blackhawks hit a buzzer beater at the end of the first. Going to try to knock one in here. Garner up and in. Beautiful inbound play, and the Blackhawks got a shot to go up 10.
Fouls on number 10, Chloe Elliott, her second, team's 5th.
And Garner's good at the line. Blackhawks out to a 10-point lead. Smith going to check back in. Sorry, my count is wrong. They're only up 8. Shot up at the buzzer, no good. So at the end of 3, Blackhawks lead by 8. You're watching Blackhawk basketball, Bragg Sports Media.
Wilson Farm Market. We know it's not only what you eat, but where it comes from that matters. Granddad Bill knew that too, and selling fresh eggs back in 1968 turned into Central Indiana's favorite farm-to-table market today. We don't only grow our food, we make a whole bunch of amazing treats and meals fresh in the store every single day. Come see us once. You'll be a fan forever. Wilson Farm Market. Everything about us is better than anything you'll find in a big box store.
Welcome back for the start of the fourth quarter. I wasn't crazy. The Blackhawks do lead by 10. They just hadn't updated the scoreboard properly. So at the end of the third, Blackhawks on top by 10. To start the second half, they trailed by 5, outscoring the Sparkplugs 26-11 in that quarter alone. The Blackhawks got a 10-point cushion to start the final quarter here. Smith pokes that ball away, but Speedway keeps it. They're going to say she sat on the out-bounds line, so turnover forced by Smith. Both teams with 5 team fouls to start this final quarter. Chesney up top to Wable. Wable to Chesney in the middle of the lane. That shot just blocked. They're going to call a jump ball, though, and it'll stay Blackhawk ball, as Chesney was never able to actually get it off her feet or off her hands. Smith trying to get it to Garner. That ball tipped away, though. They're going to go straight up. No foul called, and the Blackhawks can't gather up the rebound once again. Stolen away by Garner, though. Galvez, tight defense. That one gets poked free, but it's going to be last touched by the Sparkplugs. Thrown long under the basket. Wable to the corner. 3 is up and in. Blackhawks lead by 13. That ball almost taken away by Garner. Now she's coming back for it. That's going to be another jump ball. It'll stay Speedway ball. Speedway trying to get it in and able to finally. That ball stripped away, though, once again by Garner. Pass intended down low for Austin. Wable to Chesney. That ball just stripped away, but they're going to get her with a foul. That foul going to be given to Galvez.
Back in for Speedway, Alex Delisle.
And that'll put the Blackhawks in the bonus. I'm sorry, not yet. That means Speedway has no more to give. Inbound to Chesney. Garner, the three-pointer is up, off, and rebounded by Delisle. Delisle going to stop at the free throw line. Jumper up and in. Nice shot.
Delisle for 2.
Bring it back to within 11. Wable over to Smith. Down to Chesney. Just going to dribble it back outside. Now to Garner. It's working it around. Bates, baseline, trying to get it over to Smith. Able to. Shot up and in there. She's going to go to the line, try to make it a three-point play.
Fouls on Speedway, number 11, Galvez, her second, team 7.
That'll put the Blackhawks in the bonus. Smith's first free throw, no good that time. 51-38, under 6 to play in the ball game. Blackhawks came alive in that third quarter, and that's the difference here. Nice job by Jacqueline Bates to tip that one out of bounds. It'll stay Speedway ball. Delisle with it. Galvez shot up, no good, rebounded by Garner. Bates tried taking a baseline. They're going to say she just lost the handle of it, and going to be a turnover. Speedway ball. Nice job by Speedway to break that trap. They're in it again, though. They're going to see who they give this to. Yep, they're going to give it to Bates.
Sheridan, 24, Jack Bates, her
The
third,
foul
team
assessed to
6.
Bates. It'll be her third. That was the Blackhawks' last foul to give. Delisle, long two is up, short. And they're going to call a foul on that rebound.
Number 12.
They're going to say that Delisle was trying to get the shot up, and that'll be Garner's fourth foul. Delisle's first free throw, no good.
In for the Hawks.
Garner going to check out with 4 fouls, and Nova Cross going to check back in. Delisle's second free throw on the way, and that one is good. 12-point lead for the Hawks. As Galvez will check out for Speedway. Bates gets it into Smith. Hawks get it across the half line now. Wable directing traffic. Wants a screen. There's Smith. Back up top to Bates. Pass down low to Chesney. She's not able to gather it up, though, and taken away by Delisle. A spin move, shot up at the basket, no good, tipped, and Lily Chesney comes away with it. Under 4.5 to play. Blackhawks still lead by 12. Both teams in the bonus. Wable gets it to Chesney. Trying to get it down to Bates. That one just thrown away.
In for Speedway, number 11, Daniela Galvez.
Galvez going to check back in for the Spark Plugs. Four minutes left in the ball game. Bates going to tip that one out of bounds. It'll stay Speedway ball, but nice defensive awareness by Jacqueline Bates. Speedway trying to get it down low. Nice job by Chesney to poke that one out. Speedway struggling to get the ball inbound right now. Pass thrown long and gathered up. Get it down to Galvez. She's going to go straight up with it. No good. Rebound by Smith. Cross with it. Defended by Delisle. She's going to go baseline. Gets it over to Bates. Back up top to Chesney. Wable over to Bates. She's going to dribble. Pass across to Smith. Her sweet spot. A little short that time, though. Rebounded by Delisle. Galvez attacking the basket. They're going to get Bates with a blocking foul and send Speedway back to the foul line. Bates got there a little late. That'll be her fourth as well. Both Garner and Bates with 4 fouls apiece. And that one is in there for Galvez. Garner going to check back in for Bates. 3:22 to play. And Garner's got to be careful. Galvez's second free throw, no good, rebounded by Chesney. 11-point lead. And they're going to get a moving
Fouls on Hawks.
pick
Number 5, Nova Cross.
going to be given to
Third, team's
Nova Cross. It'll be the team's 9th. It'll be her 3rd foul now. Still a long way to go. Only lead by 11. The Blackhawks haven't scored in a while. And Delisle goes to the ground. Just tripped herself up, but is able to get it to a teammate. That long two is going to be off. Rebound, fought for, and gathered up by Smith. I believe they're going to give Delisle a foul here. Or maybe maybe her foot was on the line. I think that's what they are going to say. No foul. Blackhawks get it into Cross. Now Garner. Garner goes by her man, leaves it off to Chesney. Long two is up, just off. Rebounded by Garner. And the Blackhawks want to have a chat about it with 2:40 left to play in the ball game, lead by 11. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Blackhawk basketball, Bragg Sports Media. Closed captioning for tonight's game presented by More Etc. More Etc. has been doing screen printing and embroidery for the Sheridan community since 1996. Call Sarah Moore for your Sheridan spirit wear or business apparel. Once again, that's Sarah Moore and More Etc. Thank you for presenting closed captioning for all Bragg sporting events. Also, I don't have a graphic for it, but the Sheridan golf team is having a golf outing April 29th. We're going to have lunch at noon and then a shotgun start at 1:30. For any questions, please call Coach Merle Strong at 765-610-6404. 2:40 left to play. Blackhawks lead by 11. Both teams in the bonus. Smith defended by Delisle. Given back to Garner. Garner out to Wable, back to Smith. Blackhawks not in a hurry here, nor should they be. Wable up to Garner. Garner in the corner, dribbles it back outside though. Now Smith. Garner. Cross court to Chesney. Back up top to Smith. Blackhawks just moving the ball around here. Smith back to Garner. Cross court to Wable. Once again, Blackhawks not in a hurry. Garner had an open three, decided against a minute and a half now. They've already killed a minute. Out to Wable. Now, Nova Cross. Blackhawks playing keep away, doing it beautifully so far. That ball almost taken away. And they're going to get a foul call on Delisle. So the Blackhawks dribble the clock out beautifully. Kill over a minute of game clock. Galvez going to check back in for Speedway.
And then for Speedway, Macy Delisle.
First free throw is up and off of that 1-and-1. Galvez. Speedway got to go in a hurry, under a minute. Shot up, no good. Rebound taken away by Chesney. That ball going to be tipped out of bounds by Galvez. It'll stay Blackhawk ball.
Back in for Speedway, Audrey Kaylee.
Smith inbounds it to Garner. Under a minute. Blackhawks still lead by 11. Smith with it. Back out to Garner. Cross-court pass to Cross. Now Smith. Again, as the Blackhawks beautifully have executed the last 2.5 minutes of using up this clock. Alex Delisle kind of limping around a little bit. The Speedway, hard-fought game, but the Blackhawks going to come away with the win, 51-40. After trailing by 5 at the half, Blackhawks, following a big third quarter, come out on top, 51-40. Come back, summarize, and present our Farmers Bank player of the game. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Blackhawk basketball, Bragg Sports Media. Welcome back to Sheridan High School for the final time. Blackhawks come away with a win over Speedway, 51-40, powered by a big third quarter. 26-11 was the score difference in the third quarter alone. Blackhawks came out of the locker room in the second half, trailing by 5. It was 25-20. And then outscored Speedway 26-11 in that third. And then the fourth quarter, a low-scoring affair, just with the Blackhawks using up as much clock as possible. Kinsey Garner finishes with 22 points. Cheney Smith with 9. Ashley Wabel with 8. Chesney and Cross with 4. Oh, and Bates with 4. That's rounds out your scoring for tonight. Blackhawks shot 51% from inside the arc, 38% from outside it, and 60% from the free throw line. Once again, Kinsey Garner with 22, the leader of this team, and to no one's surprise, she's going to be our Farmers Bank player of the game. Once again, Kinsey Garner, 22 points tonight. She did that on 8 of 12 shooting from the field. 4 fouls given to her, but still all over the floor and playing a big part in the success of these Lady Hawks. So congratulations to Kinsey Garner, our Farmers Bank player of the game. For myself, for our sponsors, thank everyone for tuning in tonight. Our next broadcast is going to be Saturday as the Blackhawks boys basketball team plays host to Elwood. It is homecoming night, so we will bring all the homecoming court stuff to you guys at the half of that one. So again, 7:30 Saturday night, Blackhawks play host to Elwood. Homecoming for the Blackhawks. Final time, Lady Hawks win 51-40 here tonight. We will see you guys on Saturday. Have a good night, everybody.